Happy New Year and welcome back to Chart of the Day Cafe for 2016. I hope everyone had a really great holiday season. I'm looking forward to resuming these videos every Tuesday and Thursday morning. So with that, let's get into today's for Tuesday, January 5th. I'm going to start with our disclaimer. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. So we always start our videos off with a 2-year weekly chart of the Russell Index. We use the Russell as our simple proxy for overall market health, strength, and direction. And because we never want to put a new chart forward to our viewers unless we're putting it forward in a rising market environment where this blue line, the 8-day EMA, is sloping up and ticking in the right direction. As you can see, we've been experiencing, oh my gosh, oh so much chop, really challenging market. These are the weekly candles. You can see it's just been a little bit up and then a lot down. So we're trading in the bottom part of this channel that we've been keeping an eye on through much of 2014, 2015. Always interesting stuff happening in the market. This morning it seems to be a lot about China and worries about China's slow growth. Their stock indexes have been really selling off. The government is stepping in and trying to prop things up a little bit. So this morning the PBOC announced a $20 billion cash injection into the market. They've also reversed a ban. They had a ban on selling shares that was supposed to expire on January 8th, and they've reversed that this morning. So interesting things are happening. I'm saying that because the Russell is trading in this bottom part of the channel. I'm going to move it away from the weekly chart to the 9-month daily. So you can see that if China is going to have an influence, if that cash injection that they announced this morning does help to shore up their markets, the Russell, I would suspect, never know, but suspect might start to reverse in this area here. So really want to keep a close eye. We are not putting any new charts forward because we're waiting until we get a discernible uptrend and the price on the Russell is up and over this upper blue band. If we get there, who knows? That the things that China is doing might have the opposite effect, and instead of restoring confidence, it might do the opposite. So we'll see. We're just watching and waiting. When we did our last video on December 17th, we talked about the sectors that were showing strength, which is the Qs, which is technology. I'm going to pull it away from the 9-month daily to the 2-year weekly so you can really see the technology chart. We said it showed strength because whereas the indexes, let's go to the indexes quickly, the Russell ticking down, S&P at resistance and seems to have a hard time getting up and over this area of resistance, Dow all below this area, the Qs, technology is up and over it. So technology, not today of course, but generally speaking, technology has been showing a little more strength than the other sectors. Also consumer discretionary below our area of support, but so far for the week we've got a little bit of a hammer forming. So if that move out of China does lift the markets, I think these might be interesting sectors to give you a clue as to direction. Perhaps they will be the leaders in pulling the Russell up. Who knows? Or we could completely roll over here. The other one that we mentioned on December 17th in our last video was retail, RTH, 1, 2, 3 times trying to get up and over this area of resistance. So we'll be watching this as well. Some charts that I think might be worth keeping an eye on. Costco, which was a prior Chart of the Day Cafe pick. Yesterday, let me pull it, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go to a 2-year weekly so I can really show you Costco. Trading in an interesting way. I would look to Costco today. If it starts to lift, that might be an indicator of which way this market might want to go. Because you can see that this is showing a little bit of strength. I know it's trading below the 8-day EMA, but it looks like it's struggling to get back up and over. So far the candle for the week is neutral and under the 8-day EMA, but I think it's worth keeping an eye on Costco. The other one, it's not a chart of the day cafe pick, but it might be in the future, is Target. Had a pretty solid day yesterday. And I'm mentioning Target and Costco because they are part of that RTH consumer discretionary basket. So should they start to lift and recover, perhaps the Russell will as well. In the technology sector, Google at an area of support. Tried to lift yesterday, didn't quite make it. Of course, it's not over that 8-day EMA, but might be worth keeping an eye on. The stronger ones in that sector, we mentioned Cisco in our last video. Again, it's at this area of support. So we'll see. Anything can happen, but those are things and names that I would be keeping an eye on. Also, Apple was showing some strength yesterday. Although it's below its area of support, it might get some lift up and over. So it'll be an interesting day. Either we keep going down, or the moves out of China will have a positive effect on our markets as well. Just going to check the futures. I'm filming this at 8:30 on Tuesday morning. I was keeping an eye because Europe started the morning off early, looking as though it wanted to lift. Yeah, so Europe is starting to show green again. Asia, not so great, and our pre-markets are improving. So they were down significantly. They're starting to improve. Perhaps they will take a cue from Europe and start to trade higher. So I think that's worth keeping an eye on. So with that, I will leave you, and we will resume our videos on Thursday of this week. I'm going to also include in my show notes some more information re those moves out of China. There's a CNBC interview this morning that talks a little bit more about it. So I will include that with today's video. So hope you have a great day, and we will put our next video out on Thursday morning. Thanks, and have a terrific day.